Let's talk.
Giles Brown.
Life. Don't talk to me about life.
For the first time, a new year, a glint in your eye, a song in your heart, a pain in your lower intestine, indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, girls and boys, whatever that is, trying to remove the tinsel from its bits and pieces. The international man of misery, Michael Senker, joins us for the first Grumps of 2026. Good morning, Michael. How the devil are you?
Don't ask.
All right. What a lot of weather we've been having recently.
Don't ask.
Fair enough. Are you looking forward to 2026 as you know, the sunny uplands of a next 12 months that's for you started off like a bat out of hell, basically?
I'm actually looking. I'll tell you what I'm looking forward to.
I shudder to think, but go on.
Putting my trousers on myself.
I'm sorry.
Just before Christmas, 2 days before Christmas, 3 days before Christmas, I got up out of my armchair. I suffer from something called orthostatic tremor. Everybody knows about it. It's boring. But what it means is that my legs shake uncontrollably if I don't walk.
Yeah.
I got up. I have a cold, and when I have a cold, everything, cold, flu, anything like that affects my legs. So I got out of my armchair and my leg gave way. And I fell over and I broke my femur.
Oh, grumps. Ouch.
So I was laying on the floor waiting for the ambulance. The ambulance came, took me to the hospital, and that's where I stayed for the next few days. And so they put something in my leg called a gamma now.
That sounds like some sort of boy band, but go on.
But anyway, so the story, the upshot of the story is I've broken my leg. It's going to take six odd months to mend. At the moment, I just booked in 30 sessions of physio.
Oh.
I can't stand up. I can't go to the bathroom unassisted. And the trouble is I can't put any weight on the broken leg.
Yeah.
I also can't put any weight on the other leg because that leg shakes.
Right, okay. So
you sure you want to wish me Happy New Year?
I was going to say, that's basically... No, I don't know. Well, there's no point, is there, basically? I mean,
listen,
yeah.
It's... Look, there's a lot of people worse off than me. But thankfully, my wife, Patty, is just, incredible. Just she's nursing me. Do I need this? Do I want? I mean,
What sort of patient are you? I should imagine, Grumps. Are you stoic? Would you say?
I'd like to say that I'm a good patient. I do as I'm told, but there's a big problem just getting from the. I have a very good armchair that lays down like a bed and everything, but the legs go up.
Yeah.
Really. But I mean, I can't really. All I can do is get in from this chair to the wheelchair,
Right?
and then we had to go for a checkup, and I had to go in an ambulance for the checkup because I can't get in the car.
Yeah.
And then yesterday when I went for physio, we had to get a taxi, special adapted taxi. Anyway,
Right. Fair enough. But I mean, basically, the lazy boy, the recliner's getting more action than it normally would anyway, because you're basically saying, "Well, I can't do anything, so I might."
But I sleep in it.
Yeah.
I can't. My bed's too high. I can't get on my bed. I can't get my leg up high enough onto the bed. So I'm actually living in this chair.
Right.
And, the most exciting thing is I moved from this into my wheelchair.
Marvellous. Marvellous. All right, let's move. What do you want to kick off 2026 apart from what's from the view from the man in the recliner?
Well, I'm getting a bit ticked off with this AI already.
Right.
In as much that I think that anything that is AI should be by law be declared.
Right.
Because I mean, all right, it's okay if you see a dancing baby or, they've got this thing at the moment on TikTok where there's a new app that you can press this and anybody can be dancing like some mad dance.
Yeah.
That is okay, it's a bit of fun. But you get in situations where it used to be, don't believe anything you read, only believe what you see with your own two eyes. Right? Now, that's out the window. because I'm seeing things on the internet which just are not true. They're just people are not doing what they're meant to be said they'd be doing.
Yeah.
You've got, I mean, you can change absolutely anything by AI, and even be talking like, you're talking to people that are not real people. And all I'm saying is it should have a note on it that says this is AI.
Yeah.
And if it's not, I mean, does that make sense to you?
Yeah, absolutely. Because otherwise, I mean, there's all sorts of bits and pieces that can come, but you can't trust your own eyes. And you've got to be very careful with AI. I mean, that whole thing about, you could look like a Viking. They're actually having you probably don't look at it because you don't do that social media thing, but it's been plagued. There was an app that made you look like a Viking, apparently. I look like the Viking. You know when Bugs Bunny did the opera? I look like that sort of Viking. That's how I looked.
Right. Yeah, so I got one where I was sitting on a wall and I just got up and walked away. I did one for myself, which I wasn't. It was a still photograph. It wasn't a video in any way, but it turned into a moving video.
Here's the thing, because have you seen this? Because I think there's something vaguely morbid about those. You take a picture of your great-grandfather or your great-grandmother, and suddenly they're talking and smiling the whole thing. It's a little bit creepy, isn't it, don't you think?
Well, there's one on Facebook that I saw the other day where you've got the dead person walking alongside the live person. Right, and they've got wings on them. Oh, the angel.
Oh, right, no.
So you've got I don't know. Think of you've got Steve McQueen, the young Steve McQueen walking along with the dead Steve McQueen with the young. No, you've got the old Steve McQueen, but before he died, obviously.
Yeah.
But the Steve McQueen walking along with angels, and they're talking to each other, and it's a bit spooky.
Yeah. I mean, apparently, away from socials, there is actually, it's a major thing in the States now that they're getting this AI thing where you can basically sort of keep your. I mean, it used to be a thing about, what would you do with your dog or something like that, but now you can literally have an avatar of your nearest and dearest so that they never go away if you pay. I mean, it's no, with the greatest will in the world, I don't want to come back and bother my goddaughters more than I do at the moment.
No, but so all these little cute baby ones that used like a year ago were cute babies are no longer cute babies. They're AI. The baby's not being cute. The baby's just being a baby, and then AI takes over.
Getting some messages of support for you, by the way, Mike. Villa, morning, Mike. Hope you get better well soon. So sorry, Villa Tommy in Marbella, and also Sam sending utmost strength for this man. There you go.
Thank you very much. Very kind of you all.
Exactly. So if anybody says you're on AI doing the conga, then basically at the moment it's not.
Yeah. They see me standing up. It's AI. I promise you.
Hanging out with Steve McQueen.
No, but I just
on
think,
the motorbike, leaping the wall, in The Great Escape.
You're getting conned. People are going to start getting conned. It's going to turn some. Look, you're going to be talking to someone online who's going to be offering you shares or Bitcoin or something like this, and the whole thing is it's not a real person. Nothing's real. The whole thing's done by AI. And look, all I'm saying is, if it. Do what you like with it, but make sure it has like this is AI. Just as people can't advertise stuff without saying this is a paid ad. This is endorsed by somebody.
I just think, how is your Bitcoin portfolio going, Mike?
Never touched it.
How about your Christmas coin? Those gold coins you get in the Christmas tree. How's that portfolio going? The chocolate coin.
Didn't have a chocolate. We didn't even have a Christmas tree this year. We didn't even have Christmas lunch.
We
did. Patty made most beautiful roast beef, but otherwise Christmas was a non-event this year.
Right. Okay.
The other thing is.
What's this? Hostage? You've peaked, because ladies and gentlemen, girls and boys, listeners, I'm going to peel back the fourth wall, as they say here, because we don't do this isn't just off the cuff. Mike sends me all these interesting things, which I can completely forget to look at. But topic number 2 was hostage exchange at Malaga with wheelchair. What on earth is this?
Right. So Malaga, again, this is all me in my wheelchair. Yeah. So we went back to England for a couple of weeks. where we brought back the most fantastic colds and coughs.
Marvellous.
And they've got a new system. I have to have assistance because I'm in a wheelchair anyway when I travel. And when we came back, there seemed to be a new system. So they pick you up off the plane in the wheelchair, and they take you up to a certain set of glass doors. But the people that are pushing you cannot go through those glass doors to the other side of the airport. So you have to wait there till someone comes up with another wheelchair, which I don't need.
Right.
And those glass doors open and they hand you over. And it's a bit like a hostage exchange.
It's just like checkpoint Carlos, checkpoint Charlie.
Yeah.
Carlito.
Yeah, so you've got to imagine this. So you're sitting there between these two sets of glass doors. So once you go in one glass door, that closes, then the second glass doors open so you can go out, and there's somebody else on the other side who helps you with your wherever you go to the next point. But they don't take you all the way to the luggage.
Right.
They take you to another checkpoint where you get handed over to a third person that pushes your wheelchair. But by now, all the rest of the people on the plane have been at home having a cup of tea. Right. You're still being exchanged at different checkpoints through the airport.
Okay.
And then you go downstairs and they say, where are you come from? You said Gatwick. Oh, that's the baggage number 33. Well, baggage number 33 is no longer from Gatwick. That's going round and round and round with stuff from Barcelona. And now you're sitting there waiting and looking for your lost luggage, which is sitting in Orphan's Corner.
Right.
Somewhere at the back. And you've got to go and find your luggage because the belt is now in Barcelona and it's no longer it's a nonsense. It's why all I want them to do is get me off the plane and get me to my baggage. Even if I'm a few I'm usually 10 to 15 minutes before after everybody else has got their luggage because of Checkpoint Charlie.
Do they whack you on the golf cart at any point as well? Do you get a quick whiz on the golf cart?
Don't put me on the golf cart because I've got my own wheelchair.
Right. Okay.
I did offer to hold on the back of it.
I can see.
They said that might cause its own problems.
But is this not sort of this? Isn't that sort of a bit of manpower or person power intensive? To have you change wheelchairs 3 times? Somebody who doesn't do the job, sitting in an office. Yeah.
Listen, there's an old saying. A horse designed by a committee turns out to be a camel.
Yes.
It's 4 or 5 people who are jobs worse who sat down and say, well, no, this person does it up to there and then they do it up to it. Really, always all the person in the wheelchair wants is to get off the plane and get their luggage like everybody else.
And get a cup of tea, yeah.
Because you have to wait for everybody anyway. So even when you go on the buggy, if they do go on the buggy, you have to wait till the 6 people get off the plane.
Right.
So I just wonder why they can't. I wonder what the method is in the madness of changing people that push the wheelchairs. Now,
you're talking about hanging onto the back of the buggy and getting a free. When you arrived at Gatwick, it would have been easier for you to actually to deploy you in your wheelchair from the back of the special taxi, because then you wouldn't have had to wait for 0.5 seconds and get charged. What is it now? £150 in a mortgage?
Well, yeah, that's the other thing. It's £10 drop off at Gatwick.
What's
£10?
What constitutes a drop off? Oh, Grumpmeister.
What do you mean?
I mean, is it just like you stop and they go, right, that's a tenner?
Yeah, just pulling it past the barrier costs you a tenner.
Ah, right, so there's not some little guy. This would be the ultimate on the buses sort of thing, with a guy with a little click going, oh, you can't do that, Mr. Senker.
No, it's a simple thing. Is you get a ticket,
right,
and at the other side you have to pay a tenner. I mean, it makes no sense at all. There should be, some... Look, if you're dropping the kids off, and it's just a lazy way of doing it, so they don't have to walk anywhere. But if you can't walk anywhere, and you have to be, you're in a disabled car, like with a disabled badge in it, or you've got a taxi with a disabled tail lift in it, why charge a tenner? What? It's not through choice. You've got to do it. You've got to park outside. You can't park in the short-term car park. I mean, I don't even know how much they get charged for that. Everything is just a con these days. Everything's just, everything's done for we'll charge £10. Why? Well, because we can.
Yeah. And you know that when you go back, it'll be 20, because therefore it'll be just because.
I mean, the whole thing. I mean, if you think about what's happened with the electric cars, buy an electric car and you won't have to pay the fee for going through London or whatever, because whatever.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But now, in next year or whenever, they're going to have to pay for your electric car. So you've been conned and lied to again.
Just, I mean, and also, even when if you've even got an old-fashioned car and you want to fill up at the pump, it's going to cost you a fortune now.
Yes, and also there's a funny thing that I thought the other day, right? Say you go to you go to a pump late at night, right? And there's no staff there, and you have to pay with your card, and you want to put like €20 worth of diesel petrol into your car. Right, and you pay on the card. As soon as you put your card in, they take €100.
Hey,
right?
Come on, explain to me, because I'm not as sharp as you are. So come on, explain to me why they're taking €100. International.
Because they don't know how much. They don't know how much gas. They don't know how much gas you can.
Right.
So you can't put in and say. Or I would have thought that you could just type in 20 and then charge your thing. But a lot of these chat now, you get a charge of €100, and then maybe a day later you get your €80 back.
Right.
But what happens if you haven't got €100 on your card?
And what happens if you really need that? Or what happens if you got €101 to your name, which is, trust me, as a freelancer, that is a common thing with me, and you could really do with that 100, you don't want to spend that €100, you only want to put 20 in the car so you can get out of some dodgy situation again.
I've got no answers to this. I'm just saying why there must be a way around it. There must be a way that you can put the card in first and say, take €20 off of this, and then it stops at €20. But what it does is it just opens the card, and they take €100 or they block €100, but they give it back to you pretty quickly. I don't know. Some say it's the same day, some say it's the next day, some say they waited 2 or 3 days. But it's not very good, is it?
No, I mean, but you see, because you are a man of leisure, we have to be at the moment because of your leg, because your broken leg situation. But you see, you didn't have to. One of the things that I don't like about Christmas is the game that Hacienda or your bank will pay on you if you're autonomo, which is when they embargo you just before they all go off on Christmas holiday. They go, right, bam, that's your account frozen. I'll see you next year, and you can just.
Years ago I had that. Yeah. I had that because of some supposed unpaid tax bill in England, which I went to my accountant and said, "Oh, why haven't you paid that?" I said, "Didn't I pay it?" I said, "No." I said, "My bank account is bargoed in Spain. I'll sort that out for you." I said, "Yeah, like today."
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's because you get you get the 2 holidays in December, and Spain basically officially goes away until, and I think they're just sloping back in now.
Yeah, I know. It's yeah. Well, it could be worse. It could be me.
Could be you. Now, more things about this, because it's all Flight Central. But did you get yourself a brand? Did Santa bring you a brand spanking new laptop?
I bought. Well, Patty bought a new laptop. Right. We're in England because we wanted an English version. English keyboard.
Right. Okay. Understandable. Yeah.
Hard to get in Spain, so. You buy the laptop, and it's a Black Friday deal, so it's a good deal. Well done, fantastic. And I said to him, "Well, would you like it set up?" I said, "Well, what do you mean? Would I like it set up?" what am I meant to do with it? I mean, as it stands at the moment, it's just a big tea coaster. I mean, like, well, what do you mean, dog? Well, we can set it up for you. We can set windows on it. I said, but what's the option? Well, you do it.
Right. What could possibly go wrong, as I say in my country?
I said, all right, I'll do it. So how much is it if you do it? £80. So I said, well, okay, that's a lot of money to it's like this. I used to have this thing when I used to go and buy a suit, right? Yeah. And they turn around and say, well, you've got to have the sleeves altered, you've got to have the trousers shortened, so it's another £100 for alterations. And I say, no, I'm not paying for alterations. Why would I buy a suit that doesn't fit me?
Yeah, fair enough.
If you want to sell me the suit, sell me a suit that fits me. Don't turn around and say, and stick the £100 on before.
Yeah.
Because I doubt whether any suit is going to fit any person. Because just by the fact that the bottom of the trousers are not finished, you've got to turn them up.
Yeah.
So if you why on earth would I come in and buy a £400 suit that doesn't fit me? Anyway, so I've got the same thing in the computer. So why on earth would I want to buy a computer that doesn't work? So for £80 we'll get it to work for you. I said, well, okay, but how hard is it for me to do it? So,
that's the mechanics, is it? Yeah.
Are you a technician? I said, no, I'm not a technician, but there must be.
I'm Aquarius, you said.
Yeah, there must be an option. They said yes. I said, all right, I'll do it myself. All right.
Yeah.
So then,
yeah,
on our other computer, Patty's got Office 98 or Office whatever it is, which we bought years ago.
Yeah.
And she said, well, I've downloaded everything. I've managed to get Windows set up on the second try of wiping the computer clean again and starting again. Yeah. After 2 tries, I got Windows working on it. And then she goes to open a Word document, and up comes the thing saying,
Buena dia.
You can, yes, you got a 3-month trial, and then it's 100 and something a year to get Microsoft Office or 365 or something or other, but it's £100 a year. So I don't want to open a document. And anyway, so I went all around the internet and found that you can get a free version. But that doesn't work either. So in the end, you can buy a one-off payment for 100. In the end, I gave up and bought 120 euros worth of
fit. Yeah, somebody's come in. Going to the UK to buy a laptop for a UK keyboard. You could order it online or just change the settings in Windows. Well, I think that's the problem, isn't it?
Yeah, you can't. First of all, I don't know what computer I want.
Yeah.
So I have to be guided by the expert in the shop.
Yeah.
So I gave him the specifications of what I thought I wanted.
Yeah.
Also, I gave him the specifications of my computer, which I bought like 2 years ago, which they don't make anymore, of course.
Of course, yeah. But steam powered.
I was very tempted to. I'm very loath to buy anything online because I like to feel and touch and talk and connect with the people in the shop somehow.
That's why they don't let you in the store anymore, because of the touching and feeling and connecting. You know that, don't you?
Yeah, well, okay. I just can't use that branch anymore.
I remember just that whole thing about not getting confused. So my father, of course, has got.
Let me ask you a question.
Go on.
The person who I'd be interested to say, how old is the person that just said do it online? I'm 76 years old.
I think he's probably, by judging by his profile pic, he looks to be in his 30s. Somebody has to come. By the way, sorry to hear Michael, you hasn't been well over Christmas. Wishing him all the best for 2026. Linda and Paul in Estepona. There you go.
Thank you very much. Yeah, but I'm saying, so you're 30 years old. That's all. You live online.
Yeah.
Me, I like to go shopping. I like to walk around and say, oh, that's, and then whilst I'm in there, something else might catch my eye, and the extra sale goes.
What a lovely pair of plums, for example, as you pass the greengrocer.
I beg your pardon.
Exactly.
I must alter these shorts.
And on that note, we've only got 1 minute and 55. So, have you got a message for the great unwashed listening to you out there? Some message of hope as we steam. Somebody sent me back a thing saying, "Dear world, I've already had my 7-day trial of 2026. I want a refund. Can I send it back? I'm not happy. I don't want the full version."
To be honest with you, I just wish everybody well. I've got friends that are unwell. We lost a really good friend of ours, Dave.
Yeah, indeed.
A few weeks ago. Just wish everybody well. Make the most of it. Look after your loved ones and be careful out there.
There you go. A bit of Hill Street Blues to end this one.
Yeah, that's it.
Listen, Mike, from all of us at TRE, get better soon, mate. But I mean, you are more of a captive audience for us, or a captive guest for me than normal, which is perhaps no bad thing anyway. Unless you've got something to.
I'll just put you on mute.
Yeah, I hadn't thought about that. No, if people want to, you're still on that Twitter thing, aren't you? As
I am, but no one. I lose more followers than I get.
Right then.
But I'd like to have some followers on there. Silver Fox 1949 XX.
Mr. Grumpy, International Man of Misery, once again, great to have you back for the new year. Take care, my friend. Lovely to see you. And from us at TRE, get better soon.
Right, mate. God bless.